The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily represent those of NCTV, its officers and volunteers, or Cox Cable or Frontier Communications, their employees, or the town of Newington, its elected officials or employees. The producer of this program is solely responsible for its content.
Right.
See that?
We did appear when he counted down.
See that? Yeah. Oh, we're on now.
Yes.
Okay, yes, we are live on your NCTV 14. I'm Steve Parker. He's your Mayor, Roy Zartarian. And this is, what is this, the 7th of May, 2018.
That's right.
We're starting a little bit delayed because the mayor had a Girl Scout
award
commitment tonight.
It was an award night for the Girl Scouts.
Really?
Yes.
So what kind of awards did the Girl Scouts get tonight?
One girl received the Gold Award, which is the highest you can get.
Is that like Eagle in the Boy
Yes.
Scouts? Okay.
3 girls took the silver and 4 girls took the bronze. Mm-hmm. Very nice ceremony. It's one of those events that gives you hope for the future to see young people applying themselves that way. Mm-hmm. I was really impressed.
Now, where was the event?
It was in the Town Hall Auditorium.
Okay. Any cookies?
There were, but I had to get down here to go into makeup and get ready for the show.
So you weren't able to get down here that quickly. I know.
No cookies in the green room tonight.
No.
So how many people were at this? Was the auditorium pretty busy?
It was pretty busy.
Yeah?
I would say there were at least 100.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Up in the old auditorium?
Old auditorium, yes.
We still use that for some stuff.
Oh, yes. So some sections are blocked off because the ceiling is leaking, but most of it's still intact. Better days are coming, I hope.
Well, let's hope so.
Yes.
Yeah, because we are still talking about another town hall, right?
That's right.
It is going to happen? Or?
It is going to happen.
Yeah?
It's been approved. Plans are being finalized, looking at late August, early September, groundbreaking, whole bunch of stuff going
So we have the architect and everything in line?
Oh, yeah.
Really, everything's a go?
The architect's been there, yeah. One of the issues was parking. The new building is going where the current parking lot is, between the existing town hall and the library. And we have a slide of the new town hall. Look at that. And we're getting down to the wire to finalizing an agreement with the library on putting in a new parking lot. There it is. There it is.
Okay, now, Scott, can you go back to that other shot first? Can we? Yeah. Okay, now, Mr. Mayor, as we look at this picture, now where would I be standing right now? Would I be in Mill Pond looking across the street or what?
Yeah, looks like you'd be looking across Garfield Street at that. That building the facade of that building is facing Willard Avenue.
Okay. Now, are we going to be losing the hill out in front between the library and the front of the town hall?
That's going to be incorporated into foundation for the new town hall.
Oh, okay, I got you.
See, the Veterans Monument, a couple of other things going to obviously be relocated.
So we'll lose that parking up front?
Yeah,
okay.
And it'll be replaced by parking where the existing town hall is now.
Okay, I got you.
Now, library will be getting a parking lot in that empty space to the south of the building, between the building and Garfield Street.
Gotcha.
And we've got to do that because the existing front lot of the town hall is going to be fenced off limits.
Okay.
That's going to be a construction site. So.
Okay, so if I come out of when it's all done, if I walk down the stairs of the library, all right,
Yeah.
where we are now, and
Yeah.
I step into that street there, there'll still be
Yeah.
parking right there for the library, right?
There'll be a little parking,
Okay.
but there'll be a bigger lot as you're facing what is now Town Hall from the library. There'll be a bigger lot to your left
Okay.
between the library and the park.
Okay.
The library and Garfield Street.
And Garfield Street's still going to stay in operation the way it is?
Oh, it has to.
They don't straighten anything out or anything, goes the way it is?
No, we'll just leave it. Mm-hmm. That's one of the major east-west
Yeah.
roads.
Mm-hmm. Now, so we're going to break, you're hoping to break ground, like, you say August or so?
Yeah, late August, early
Okay.
September.
So once we do that, what is the projected opening of the whole thing? How long do you think it'll take?
18 to 24 months.
Okay. 18 to 24 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now, and we have to be at the number, right? We can't go over budget on this? Is this the
Oh,
way
God,
it is?
no.
Okay, so it has to be where it is?
This is what the voters approved.
Okay, so if we get into something, because how many times you hear about a project that's going to be,
Cost overruns and
yeah,
all that.
that can't happen?
I hope.
But if it does that have to go to referendum?
No, I think that'd have to be a supplemental appropriation somehow.
Okay, gotcha, whatever you
I
say.
haven't checked with the town attorney, but
Supplemental appropriations.
yeah.
You're getting really good at this job.
Hey, you learn to shovel it, you know?
That's just called a mill rate increase at
There
the
you go.
supplemental.
You're still staying, right? You're not up for election again this year, right?
I'm up for election in 19.
Okay, so you're still with us.
Still with us.
Okay, good. Can you believe it, huh?
Oh, well. Haven't been impeached yet.
No. If you're just joining us right now, it is May 7, 2018. Thank you. Excuse me. It's a little bit after whatever time it is. And actually, we have, I think we're going to, if I have this, we may be able to put that text up here again. Hang on a second. I've been juicing up my text. I got to see if my phone is working over here. Yeah, okay. You guys, if you want to text us questions tonight, and we are live, you can text us at 860-305-9801. And we have a text here if you want any questions at all. 860-305-9801. There's a text number right there. Mm-hmm. So you can text us at that number, and we'll just get the questions right here, and we'll read them off to you. Of course, you can always call 667-5814. That's what we're here for. We are live right now, so if you would like to call in, you can in just a little bit, but we have a very special guest that you brought along with you tonight. The guy's back from last month.
I know, but this time he's going to talk about something different.
Okay, well, that's the thing. You know, Bob could be here all the time. Somebody said to me, Bob was just here. And I said, yeah, but this is Stroke Awareness Month, and that's why Bob is here, right?
That's right, because he's been doing a fantastic job making people aware of strokes, haven't you?
Yes,
There, you
Now-
even have a new business card.
I do. Might even have one here. Yeah, look at that guy.
There you go.
Woo!
It's called a stroke of luck. I don't know if you can see it or
The
not.
Stroke of Luck. Can you come in on that camera? I mean, come in on that card with one of our cameras? I don't know. You know, you're testing
No,
it.
no.
Okay, there we go. That's the Stroke of
This
Luck.
is tomorrow night, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, and then you've got,
Hold it still.
hold it still, he can get it. Scott's gonna try it, watch out. There we go.
Hey.
Stroke of luck.
Flip it over.
Flip it
All right,
over so we
flip
can
it
see
over.
Bob's picture. Oh no,
No picture.
what does it say on the back, Bob?
That's got all my contact information.
Okay, terrific.
Like strokeawarenessguy@gmail.com.
And you also have Stroke Awareness Guy on Facebook, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Well, Bob, for the people that have not heard your story, the mayor, you've heard the story,
Yes.
obviously. Give us a timeline, what happened, and how you got to where you are today.
Okay. Well, actually, we'll make it short, but in a nutshell, on March 20th, 2017, I was in my office in the afternoon, and I got up to get something, and I noticed walking, went about 20 feet or so, and my right arm was just hanging limp. And I recognized that wasn't quite right, so I said to myself, I'm going to go back and sit down and think about it and see what's going on. And I don't remember from that point where I was to my desk.
Excuse me. Oh, we're already getting text. I'm sorry.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So you went back to your desk.
I walked back, but I have no recollection of that walk. When I got there, my leg must have given out. I fell between my desk and my credenza. And somebody in my office heard me fall, came in and checked it out, called my wife in. You know, I work with my wife. And she's fortunately very medically aware, you know, having gone through our 4 parents and everything. She recognized a stroke, and we called 911 right away, and they came in. We're right down the street. My office is right down from AMR.
And you're right off 84 also, right?
Yeah, yeah. So, and the fire station's right down the street, and the police are close by. So everybody converged, and I was whisked off to the Hartford Hospital Comprehensive Stroke Center, which is where you want to go if you have a stroke. Anything stroke related, they're the place to handle it. They and Yale. So if you're down that way in New Haven area, Yale. But
so nothing against Hospital of Central Connecticut or any other places, but in this area, you want to get to Hartford Hospital.
Yeah, I mean, you could go to the other ones. Eventually, you're going to end up there if the situation. And what they can do there that the other ones can't is what saved me is the mechanical thrombectomy, and that's where they go. They stick the tube in at your groin, go up through your heart, carotid artery into the brain. Wow. And they took the clot out. So that's
all this within an hour, right?
Well, it was probably a little longer than that. The thing was, I was there in a half an hour, and they started working, and they gave me what they call TPA. It's I call it Drano. It's like a heavy-duty blood thinner, and they pumped that through. They put the intravenous port in my arm as we were riding in the ambulance. And I'm looking up thinking, well, I guess because I can't move my whole right side and I can't speak at all, I said, I guess I'm left-handed, and I guess I'm going to be an emailer and not a talker. So I must have made some sort of deal in that ambulance. But
I'll say,
you know, at 1:20 to be unable to talk or walk or use my whole right side to by 7:30 at night, I was sitting up in bed talking. So, you know, and 2 days later I'm home. You know, so it's really, I mean, I'm blessed. It wasn't anything to do with me other than being in the right place at the right time. I was very lucky. I was somewhere, you know, I've met more people who, you know, for one reason or another, they're home alone or they're out somewhere and they're alone and they have a stroke and they're, you know, left unattended for a long time, and that's just, I mean, that could have been me, and I wouldn't be here tonight, you know. I never had a fear of dying, but I you know, I did kind of fear being a burden to people and having deficits and everything. But I literally left the hospital that Wednesday and had no deficits. I needed no rehab or anything. And that's just the miraculous part of it. And it's what they train to do at the hospitals that are equipped to do this, the comprehensive stroke centers. And they're practicing all day, and they're ready 24/7. So, you know, if somebody got whisked in there right now, they're all ready to go. And,
but I think, excuse me, Bob, I think what you said was, though, don't try to wait and see what it is sit down and see if you're going to feel better, right? You're better off to be safe than sorry.
That's another thing that I talk about is anything that you deem to be potentially a stroke, just call 911, because the big thing today is that it's okay to overreact.
Yeah. The
EMTs will all tell you we'd rather get there and it's a false alarm than you not call and have guilt, you know, if you're there with the person that had the stroke and you don't call or whatever. You know, I just had a little email exchange today with a young lady. She actually, when I was on the show the other day and gave out my email, she sent me a note.
On TIC.
On TIC.
Let's remember, on WTIC.
WTIC 1080. 50,000 watts.
Flamethrower, yes.
And 2 flamethrowers.
Right.
So anyway, she sent this email and had a question. So I asked her if she had a stroke, and she said no, her mother had one years ago. And her sister was with her, and she has still has regrets that she didn't call the ambulance right away, you know. And I mean, it was just 15, 20 years ago, and things are different today. But I've had a guy told me that he's had 2 TIAs. TIA is a temporary stroke, and you'll have the signs, but then it goes away. So he says, oh, I've had 2. And I said, well, let me ask you this. After the first one, did you seek help? And he says, oh, no, it went away. So that's the other thing I say to people. Yeah. So, it's just call 911. I also say, and it's funny what people don't think about, but, you could be 10 minutes away from the hospital and maybe be with Angela, and something happens, and you say, well, jump in the car. I can get you there quicker than an ambulance. Yep. Well, the whole time, you may wait a couple minutes, but the whole time you're in the ambulance, they're getting all your readings. They're like putting the IV in me. They're on the phone or radio, however they communicate with the stroke center. And when we got to the hospital, it was just, I got the easy pass right into the stroke room. There's 20 people standing around. They all knew what they were going to do. They knew my situation. And it's not like, show me your insurance card or do this, do that, or what do you think's wrong with you? Yeah. It was right in, and they start working. And all the time strokes are, stroke is brain, they say. Every minute counts. So in my case, I didn't have that much to work with up there. I'd say that mechanical thrombectomy was pretty easy. They got up there and, look, the first right and the second left were there. We found that clot. So,
what are the symptoms? What should people be on the lookout for?
Well, that's a very good question, which leads me right into FAST, F-A-S-T. The F stands for face. If you see a crooked smile or your face shifts, almost like a Bell's palsy type of thing.
Say to somebody, tell somebody to smile. Just smile at me.
Ask them to smile. Yep. A is arm. Like my arm was total limp. But if you ask them to hold their hands out and they can't, one of them is falling, they don't have any arm strength. S is speech. So I've seen things where people get slur words, no alcohol involved. Yep. And but you can ask them to repeat a sentence. There's some sentence that I need to remember, but it's a good one to ask people to say. But literally anything you ask them to repeat, and if there's a stroke involved, chances are they won't be able to do that. So, mine was so blatant, I couldn't move my whole arm and right side and couldn't talk at all. So it was pretty obvious what was going on. So, and the T is time. Just call that ambulance 911 as soon as possible. So.
Yeah, and something too, Bob. How many times, even if it's not a stroke, how many times say, "Oh, well, drive me down, and we'll go to the emergency room," and then they'll call your number, and if something serious is happening, you want an ambulance. Yeah. Don't be afraid of who's coming into your neighborhood, what the neighbors will say if the lights are flat. You want that because you got to get right in there right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much better to be safe.
Yeah, my dad had a pretty bad stroke. In fact, at the end of his life, it was really a severe stroke that really took him. But he had a stroke when he was much younger, and it took him a while to come back from it. But also, he did have TIAs, and sometimes with the TIA, unless you know the person well, they might seem all right.
Yeah.
But I remember bringing my dad to the hospital one time, and he's like, "Why? I'm fine." Yeah, but something's not right. And it wasn't until later on where the doctor said what you were probably noticing that other people wouldn't have were TIAs, small strokes.
Yeah.
So that stuff can happen. So now you've got a whole new gig here. I know that the mayor is doing something. You're doing a proclamation or something.
Proclamation at tomorrow night's council meeting.
Really?
Yeah. On May is Stroke Awareness Month.
Yeah.
So that's why we're doing it.
And I appreciate that. That's great. We're just getting the word out. It's.
But you've done quite a bit. You've done a lot of speaking since this happened a little over a year ago, right?
Yeah, it's about 22 presentations since last May. So I'm talking to church groups, and I spoke at Pratt & Whitney Aircraft through their Lunch and Learn. Spoke at Hartford Hospital Stroke Conference last year. Just attended the one this year. It was on Saturday. And, so Rotaries or Kiwanis, whoever needs a speaker, I like to go out and do it. But what really got me thinking that way was right after it happened, I'm getting cards, emails, phone calls, and everybody's saying, "Hey, how much I learned from your stroke," And it is like you don't, until it happens to you or someone close to you, you don't know really what it's involved. I remember having friends or relatives that have had strokes, and if you're not there and you don't see it, you don't really know what's involved. We hear a lot of things, we don't till you experience it. So just the things I go out and talk about, it's just stroke awareness, and I say you don't have to know how to fix it. You just got to recognize it.
Now, I just a quick question. You must have felt like you were, touched by an angel. You had to believe that somebody was watching over you.
Oh, yeah.
So now how has this affected the way you're living? Has it affected you all spiritually, or health-wise? Are you taking better care of yourself, or what have you put into play in your own personal life since this happened a little over a year ago?
Well, I mentioned the other day that the one major change, which is just prescription, is Eliquis that I'm on, and that's a blood thinner, you call it. It keeps the blood from clotting, and so that's the major thing. The other medications that I take are still the same, but I have AFib, so that's something they felt was necessary to do.
And explain to people, just for people that are watching, what AFib is.
Yeah, it's atrial fibrillation. It's one side of your heart is beating, and the other side is like fluttering. So the blood can pull and not flow smoothly, and that's when clots form. So.
And you already knew you had that, right?
I had it, but I rarely had an event. It was like 5 years between events. So the doctor just said, instead of keeping you on a blood thinner all the time, because there's, risks to that, I would know when it came on. So he says, you just tell me when it comes on and we'll put you right on something. So, I think just over the years that maybe a clot formed or something like that, and who knows. But, it's I'm just blessed that it came out so good, for me. And I say the time that I would have been rehabilitating or rehabbing or whatever, I'm spending out spreading the word. Just talking about strokes and everything. People are getting pretty tired of it, Steve.
Oh, I know. No. But
yeah, we know you had a stroke.
Well, no, but the thing is, every time you throw that net out there, you try to catch one. It's the same thing we did with the radio station. You don't know. I mean, somebody gets somebody's attention, and I'm, just the fact that I know, Mr. Mayor, you've been through enough health stuff in your life where you gotta react fast to things, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can't dilly-dally.
Well, I've always been inspired because, I've been getting speakers for the Rotary Club for years.
Yeah.
And
have you spoken to the Rotary yet?
Yeah,
I hope so. Okay,
yeah,
good.
But I've always been really impressed by people who come in with a mission, kind of like what I'm doing, and you're affected by something. Your child's got a hideous disease, or your mom's got breast cancer, or one of those things, and you jump right in and really take the bull by the horns and get motivated for it and everything, and that's just the passion from doing that. It makes such a big difference. Like, I've spoken at Hartford Hospital a couple times behind Dr. Alberts, who's the big kahuna there, and he said, you know what? He says, I can tell them anything I want, but they'd rather hear it from you, because you lived it. And the other day at that conference, they had 3 or 4 stroke survivor speakers. And I mean, from one of them, the guy is 20, he might be 24 now. He got married last July, beautiful wife, great young guy. And in August, he had a massive stroke. And he struggled to get up there and do his presentation, but it was the first time that he'd really got up and talked, and it's just so sad. I mean, he alluded to the fact that my wife, didn't count on this when she married me, but.
Have you met anyone similar to your scenario?
There's people out there, yeah, and I was fortunate with no deficits at all. There's people that are doing very well who've had rehab and all that, and it's possible to come back. One of the other speakers the other day had one of those hemorrhagic strokes, but it took him months to come back, or maybe a couple of years even. But I mean, to look at him today, you would never know that he had this.
And what's a hemorrhagic stroke versus what you had?
I had an ischemic stroke, they call it. There's a clot, and they're able to see that clot. They saw it in my brain and took it out. Hemorrhagic is where there's a burst, like a blood vessel burst. So an aneurysm is like that. And it can be your carotid artery or a burst in your brain or something like that. So, but they're a whole different treatment, So.
Right. Can you stay with us for a minute, because we have Bill DeMayo calling in. Now, I know
there he is.
You put this one together. What do we got going on with Bill?
Well, let's put Bill on the air and find out.
Hey, Bill, are you there? Hi, Bill.
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Good. What's going on?
Good. Are we on the air?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Watch your language. You're on the air.
Go ahead, Bill. You are on the air.
Did we lose him?
Bye, Bill. Are you there?
Hello. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Bill. What's going on?
All right. Well, Thursday night, May 17th, we've got Motorcycle Madness, and it starts at 4:30. Everybody in the whole town and all their friends and relatives should come to Mill Pond Park. And people that have motorcycles drive in. Last year we had over 500 motorcycles. We're hoping to get to 600 or 700 this year. And we have a food truck festival going on, and we have the Savage Brothers. We have a beer and wine garden. We have all kinds of activities going on, and it's sponsored by Heyman Law, John Heyman, our good friend, and Geico Dave Johnson from Newington on the Berlin Turnpike, and then Mike Camillo from Westville Automotive, and also Brookfield Indian. So we've got some great sponsors, and all the proceeds go to the fabulous fireworks show, and we want everyone to come out and support it, because we want to have a bigger and better fireworks show at the Life Be In It Extravaganza.
Oh, we have some other things going on too, right?
Oh, my gosh. First of all, I want to make sure the mayor, everybody knows that the mayor's trophy, he picks the nicest, coolest bike. We have all kinds of prizes to give away, like crazy chrome, terrific paint job, all kinds of stuff like that. But the mayor's trophy is what everyone looks for.
That's right. I award that to the tune of Leader of the Pack, that great oldies song.
There you go, Mayor. There you go. So then, and also First Church of Christ ministers are going to bless all the bikes at 7 o'clock. The band starts at 6 o'clock and goes to 9:15. So if people just want to bring their kids and walk around and look at the bikes, they want to have some food, they want to have some entertainment. There's something for every age at Mill Pond Park Thursday, May 17th, starting at 4:30 to 9:30. And then on the next Saturday, we go to Saturday at Chipotle. We're having on the Berlin Turnpike a fundraiser for the fireworks show also. So anyone that comes from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock, we're going to have the biggest Newington Parks and Rec party at Chipotle. 50% of all the drinks and food goes towards the fireworks show. So we're hoping every Boy Scout, Girl Scout, church, every civic organization, all the kids in school bring their parents, and everybody comes to Chipotle, and we can have the biggest fundraiser ever for fireworks. And if people enjoy the fireworks, they should come out and help support it so that everybody helps,
So this is, when is so the motorcycle is the 17th, and then Chipotle is the 19th, right?
Saturday, May 19th, 4 to 8 p.m.
Okay.
And then the next big special event is Touch a Truck, and that's June 16th, Saturday, from 10 to 12, and that's at Mill Pond Park also. So we have so many activities going on, it's crazy.
How's the summer looking, Bill? How's the summer looking with Parks and Rec?
It's going fabulous. We're hiring hundreds of college and high school kids for lifeguarding and camp counselors and preschool programs, but the numbers have never been better. We're really, really excited about all that. And then August 4th, everyone should put on their calendar, the Rotary Club donated a ton of money towards the pavilion that we're building at Churchill, and there's going to be a free town-wide party going on August 4th from 12 to 4, so that up at Churchill Park. And then Dr. Ellen Leonard just announced this afternoon, I'm going to let everybody know for the first time, that she's not only did she donate $5,000 for the dog drinking fountain, we're going to dedicate it on Thursday, May 31st, and duly noted is the band. And right before that, at 5:30, we're giving out free hot dogs, free popcorn, free drinks, and free ice cream, all compliments of Dr. Ellen Leonard, who bought the $5,000 drinking fountain for dogs in honor of her dog, Rhodey, that passed away. So we got some really, really cool things happening.
Is the drinking fountain being dedicated to her dog, to Rhodey?
Yes, yeah, who passed on. So she's got a little plaque on it. It's very, very nice. And she said she's the angel of Parks and Recreation, and we agree with that.
Yeah, she's quite a woman. She really is. Yeah. We just had her speak at an event for the Connecticut Humane Society. She's really, really something. But Mr. Mayor, how's he doing as our head of Parks and Rec? Is Bill doing a good job?
He's doing okay.
You're doing okay, Bill. You know, you got to work a little harder, you know, Bill.
I know him from way back when, and we can't tell those stories on television.
Oh, okay.
That's right. But we had fun doing it.
Absolutely.
Well, so and the parks are going to be in good shape. The pool's in good shape for the summer. Both pools.
All work is being done. Our park staff couldn't be better. Our recreation staff couldn't be better. We got a team now that's just working hard. Hard, dedicated employees that are they're cutting grass, they're cleaning up leaves, twigs, everything. We had a very rough spring, as you know, but we're catching up now, and we're getting everything ready. We're cementing pools, we're painting pools, new filtration systems. We had a lot of things going on, and it's going to be fun for all the residents of Newington. They should hit our website. And be a friend of our Facebook page so that they can get constant updates. Because there's going to be a free bunch of stuff all the time. Free cookies. We've got the pizza place up on the Fenn Road, and I can't think of the name. It's Max Pizza. Donated free pizzas and all the money we raise selling it will go to fireworks. This year, Steve and the mayor. Well, the mayor knows this already, but instead of $25,000 fireworks show, we have to have it bigger and better. So we already signed a contract for $26,000 minimum. So people should be well impressed with the fireworks demonstration at the Life Unit Extravaganza.
And what's the date of the fireworks, Bill?
Pardon me?
What's the date of the fireworks?
The VID?
The extravaganza, the firework display.
21. July 21?
July 21st, Bill, for the fireworks? July 21st?
July 21st, and before that, we've never had this much entertainment, but the week before, starting Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we added a live band every single night. We've got Rosenberg Orthodontist sponsoring a 2-story high water slide for everybody on Thursday night. Wednesday night, Stam Eddy is sponsoring helicopter ride. Friday night, Remax is sponsoring hot air balloon ride and the beer festival, beer tasting ceremony. We have beer and wine tasting on Friday night. First Church of Christ congregation is sponsoring on, let me get the date straight, Wednesday, free Sundays on Wednesday. So we're going to have free ice cream Sundays for everybody on Wednesday night. Thursday night, it's BYOC, and that stands for Bring Your Own Cheese. You bring your own cheese, and we'll give you free wine from 6 to 8 p.m. during the concert. So it's just crazy.
I love Bring Your Own Cheese.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Good.
All right, well, it sounds like everything's going on. What's the Facebook page, Bill?
Must be Newington Parks and Recreation. I don't know. You look it up that way, I think.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Search Newington Parks and Recreation. You'll come right to it.
All right.
Just to let you know, the Facebook advertising for Motorcycle Madness, we already hit 21,000 people have viewed it. So it's incredible. Yeah.
And this is the second year of Motorcycle Madness, right? Third year.
Pardon me?
It's the third year, right, of Motorcycle Madness. This is your third year?
Boy, I can hardly hear you.
That's okay. We're good. All right,
Okay.
Bill. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Have a good night.
Good night, Bill.
Good night, Bill.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Steve.
Bye-bye. All right, it is the third year.
Yeah, we got Gary. Yeah,
Gary Roy's calling. We got another motorcycle event going on. Hi, Gary. How are you? Hi, Gary.
Hey, how you doing, Steve?
Good. What's going on?
I just called in. It's been a while since we talked, and I called in to talk to you guys.
Okay, what do you got going on with the Iwo Jima Memorial?
Well, we got the 9th annual Iwo Jima Survivors Victory Ride Operation Thank You coming up on May 20th.
Okay, that's Sunday, right?
That's a Sunday, yeah.
All right, well, tell us about it.
Well, it's a day of just thanking the World War II vets. The motorcycle ride gets kicked off from the New Britain VFW. They go out and do a poker run. and then everybody meets up at the Iwo Jima Memorial at about 11:30 for a nice ceremony there, and we bring the World War II vets over with a bus. And after that, we go back to the VFW for music and raffles and lunch. And, the whole thing is just a day to pay tribute to these guys. If there's any World War II veterans out there, they're free to come in for the day, them and an escort, and we just want to thank them.
What time do you think the motorcycles will get over to the memorial?
We're hoping for 11:30 over to the memorial, between 11:30 and 11:45.
Yeah, it's really something when all the bikes pull in there and everything.
Yeah.
Boy, we got a lot of motorcycle things happening. If they come in on Thursday on the 17th, they could hang around on Friday. We find them a place to stay.
Sure, they can.
Chipotle on Saturday, then they could bring the bikes over here.
Absolutely.
This is getting crazy. This is great.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Oh my gosh! Well, listen, we know that you and Marianne have always been the driving force behind the Iwo Jima Memorial, and I know it's been crazy for the last few years, and it looks like we've got it back on track again. And you did a great job over there cleaning up the memorial yesterday. It was from 9 until 4, and hopefully we're going to get some more people involved. Maybe get the Rotary over there. We talked about that, and maybe I'd like to see if we could get Roy with Mayor Aaron Stewart, and maybe get the both of you there for one of the events, because we have another event coming up in June or July. When's the next one, Gary?
Boy, the next one for the memorial. I'm not sure exactly what the next date's going to be for the next event over there.
But we can find it on Facebook, right?
Oh, yeah. We'll find out and we'll let everybody know.
Sounds good.
All right, well, Gary, you guys keep the lines open. You can always call into Channel 14 and let us know what's going on. And God bless you and Marianne and all the folks there from the foundation that have been helping out so hard and so long. Appreciate it.
Well, it's all about these World War II vets. It's what the whole thing's about, because without all the hard work that they did and what they did during the service there, we might not be where we are today.
That's right.
And one of the guys spoke one time and said we could all be speaking Japanese.
Yeah.
So it really means a lot, Gary, and what you're doing for the guys that are still with us, and just amazing, and for all of the military. A lot of great things over there at the park too. So thanks, Gary.
Hey, thank you very much for letting me come on and talk a little bit about this. And it's been a while, and maybe we'll try to stay in better touch.
Yeah, please do that. Appreciate it.
Okay, take care, Gary.
All right, thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, he's.
Now, you talk about inspiration and passion. Gary and Marianne are just so involved with that.
They
and
are.
You can hear it talking about the World War II soldiers, and they're dying off fast. And he's working as hard as he can to honor as many as possible.
There are fewer and fewer.
And then passion, there's Billy DeMeo, who called in. I love the enthusiasm he has for Parks and Rec.
He's at a dinner dance tonight.
Over at AquaTurf, right?
Yeah. Yeah, with his wife.
He said he'd find a way. I know the mayor had spoken to him.
Is he out dancing with Isaac?
No, Isaac's on sabbatical, I guess. I mean, nothing wrong. Just
Isaac is amazing,
off.
and that Isaac is Bill's. Bill's got a wonderful dog named Isaac, and Isaac is always there, and
you bet.
He's just amazing. And I do want to say, and I don't spend a lot of time. I spend hardly any time getting involved with too much on Facebook, but I do understand that lately somebody mentioned to me that they were giving Bill some flack on Facebook, and I will say that when Bill's not afraid to go out and ask and beg if need be to get sponsors and get support. And that's how, we get the fireworks up the way they are.
Listen to what he's doing for the fireworks.
Yeah.
He just wants it bigger and better. And he's having fundraisers and things. So he's not sitting there give me more money.
This isn't our money, right, Mr. Mayor?
That's right. It's not tax money that's going to this. This is all based on contributions. That's what's paying for the fireworks display. So if you want a better fireworks show...
It's going to be hard to outdo last year, the Holy Toledo.
I know.
He really, really goes over the top. If you're just joining us right now, we are live on your community access television station. And, we did put the offer out there. If anybody did, yes. We did get
We got a text.
Yeah, we did get a text. If you want to text us any questions at all or comments, we've got Bob here. He's more than willing to talk to you about any stroke questions you have. The man's stroke of luck, that is Bob. We're very lucky to have him here with us. And if you have a question about stroke, you can text us or give us a call, 667-5814, or text us at that number right there, 666. No. Our text number is 305-9801. I'm looking at the wrong stuff. 860-305-9801. And we do have a text question right here. Will Mazzicoli Way still exist once the new town hall is built?
Yes.
Mazzicoli Way.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Mazzicoli Way will still exist. Oh, yeah, you would want.
I have spoken.
You have spoken. The mayor has assured us that Mazzicoli Way will still exist once the new town hall is built. So you can text us, 305-9801. You might be sitting there right now watching the show.
Will there be room for Zartarian Way?
Zartarian.
Maybe a Zartarian Memorial Porta Potty. I think that'd be it.
Mayor Zartarian Porta Potty. I like it. It works. It works. You know, that's because there's so many lines we could say there, and we can't because this is a family show. We can talk about those after the show.
Speaking of memorial.
Yes.
You know it's coming up at the end of the month.
The big parade.
May 26th.
Yep.
Memorial Day Parade.
And I'll tell you something. That's another one that people don't realize. There's a lot of fundraising that goes on to pull that off too, right?
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. Give donations. Tax deductible donations payable to the Newington Memorial Day Parade Inc. can be mailed to Newington Memorial Day Parade at 131 Cedar Street, Newington, CT 06111.
And we can probably
tax deductible.
We could probably put that up on our scroll also.
There you go.
And
that
I
would
know
be a good idea.
When we talk for many, many years, we found out that Frank Zaraski, a great Iwo Jima survivor, had been paying for the parade out of his own pocket, and it averages around $10,000 a year.
That was then. That was
then
10, 15 years ago.
Right. And actually, a good portion of that goes to the Shriners. We pay money for the Shriners to come in, and that money that we pay them goes directly to their hospitals.
Yeah.
For the orthopedic and also for the burn hospital, and they do all kinds of great things. So when you see all those clowns and craziness going on, that's because of the fact that we make a donation, and that's the way they thank us. So a lot of that money goes to that for that entertainment. But Frank played such a huge role with raising money with Dr. Gentile as far as raising the money for the Iwo Jima Memorial. So Frank was a very proud veteran of World War II and an Iwo Jima survivor, and he actually died on that property, clearing that property where the memorial is so they could put the memorial up there. So Frank was a great man doing great stuff.
Painless, doing something he loved.
Oh, always.
That's the way to go.
And he used to threaten me on a regular basis.
Good.
Because he used to say, you better get that parade right this year. Because it would never fail that somehow they'd all get out of order. So by the time they'd come past our cameras for Channel 14, I'd be looking at it and I'd get it wrong. And Frank would yell at me afterwards, and I'd say, Frank, if you get them in the right order, I'll say them right. And then we'd start the argument. Yeah. Okay, so, and of course, Channel 14 and our crew always does probably the most incredible parade work anywhere. I put it right up against any of the network television stations and everything else, because what our crew does, hats off to the folks here at NCTV.
Now I've got to check something, because we said May 26th.
It is.
And their news release says May 28th, said they May 28th. Who's got a count?
Nope.
26th.
The 26th.
28th is Memorial Day.
Yeah, Memorial Day. Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, that's the Memorial Day. So
all right, we got a call. So it's going to be on the 26th Saturday.
All right. Starting at 10:30
That's when it steps
from
off.
Robinson, Maine, going up Maine, and will end with a ceremony at the town hall, honoring the 30 town residents who were killed in action
in all of our wars and
since
conflicts.
World War I. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's amazing. That is a beautiful ceremony. So when the parade is over, that's really just the beginning. You want to see the ceremony and be reminded what Memorial Day is all about.
That's right. not just the start of a long summer weekend.
Yeah.
There is some real significance to it.
And you go down to that atrium at the town hall, and that's where they have the beautiful ceremony.
Yeah.
And also, it's Memorial Day weekend, and it's a great time to stop by the Iwo Jima Memorial and read those the names of the 100 men that gave it all there, as well as 6,800 plus that died at Iwo Jima. All right, Dana is on the line with us. I hope it's Dana, not Dana, on line
it's
one.
Dana Haven.
Hi, Dana. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good,
Hi,
thank you.
everybody.
Hi, Dana.
What's going on?
Hi. Okay, so I have a question about the town hall. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been a lot of chatter going on Facebook again. And I was listening to what you said earlier. And if I'm cutting everybody off, I'm sorry, but I can barely hear what anybody's saying over there. You said that if there's an overage, that there would be some sort of special assessment or something like that. It's already been stated some things have now, increased by $1 million and $2 million. Is there ever going to be a time where we say, you know what, this thing is way out of control. We have to put the brakes on and relook at the design, or is it going to go through no matter what, and then we are just going to have to maybe pay more in taxes, or are you going to take from our reserves, or what's going to happen?
Oh, gee, you really know how to put me on the spot, don't you, Dana?
Well, it's out there, so maybe you can clear it up.
Well, first of all, the building committee is very sensitive to the approved appropriation, the amount that was approved at referendum, and they are doing everything they can to make sure the architect and the construction manager come in with a project that meets that number. Will there be extras down the line? Sure, I'm sure there will be. How will we pay for them? In the normal budget process. But as far as the initial project goes, we have that 28 million off the top of my head. I don't remember the exact number.
28.8.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. There ain't no more beyond that, especially these days. Especially since we lost that $3.1 million in state funding and $279,000 in circuit breaker support, since we reduced how much we're drawing down from our fund balance to offset the tax increase. So, yeah, will some departments have to do without for the foreseeable future? Yes. Well, all the same, that they haven't been doing that well with their current building. So it's just something people are going to have to get accustomed to. It's not going to be a Taj Mahal by any means, but it will nonetheless last 10 minutes and 50. That's as long as it's going to last. I heard something in my ear.
You're okay.
All right. No, it's going to be a lasting building, a more energy efficient building. And as I said, will everybody get everything they want? No. It's just not going to happen.
I think Dana's question is,
yes,
how much higher of the $28.8 million, how high can that go? I won't quote you on it, but when you say that, is it going to come in at 52? How do we know?
Oh, no way it can come in at 52. The voters have said this project is 28.8. Now, once it's done, there may be some things that need to be added on, but that's down the road. Right now, this initial project, 28.8.
So it's 28.8, and what could happen was some of the things we want may have to be cut back, so we keep it at the 28.
Yeah.
I think, Dana, that's what the question was. If we can't go past the 28.8, so we may have to pull back on some of the things we were hoping we'd get. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. And, it's a little bit worrisome because we already see expenses being higher than what was listed when we voted for it, when they put the project up. Like, oops, we forgot about this wiring. Now that's another $2 million we need to add. And, we forgot about this for Parks and Rec. There's another $1 million. So, in a lot of our minds, it's like, okay, now we're already $3 million over the 28.8.
Yeah, your best bet on that, Dana, come to a building committee meeting.
Please come to a building committee meeting.
Come to the building committee meetings.
Again?
They'll say, "Oh no, Dana's back."
These are the good ones.
No, I'm just going to send Rose. I'll convince her.
Yep, send Rose. Well, to just give Rose her own show here, life would be so much easier.
Ooh.
I know.
Ooh.
Rise with Rose. I like
There
it.
we go.
All right, Dana. Thank you very much.
All
for
right,
the call.
thank you.
Take care,
care.
Dana.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I love her. She's holding your feet to the fire. Putting your feet right there on the fire. Hey, Bob.
Yes.
We're very fortunate to have Bob Newbold with us, the miracle man himself. But Bob, there's also some good things going on. How about a quick update on what's going on with the chamber? I mean, the showcase, I guess, went very well.
Yep.
And then what else is coming up?
Well, we had the annual meeting and the Best of Newington, which is going to be June 2nd, I believe, is the date.
June 1st?
Sounds about right.
June 1st.
Yeah, June 1st.
Yeah, it's a Friday night. The voting just ended for the Best ofs. And that night it's going to be at Indian Hill.
Yeah.
And it's a Hawaiian theme. So wear your best Hawaiian attire. And
you'll be there in your best Hawaiian attire.
I dug out my Hawaiian shirt last night.
With your Hawaiian bow tie?
No Hawaiian bow tie.
So that's that. And let's see, we got the car show coming up on June 14th.
Oh,
that's
wow.
Cruising Newington. We close down Market Square. We get over 200 cars there for that. So that'll be fun. And it's also Flag Day. So they're leaving the flags up on Market Square from the parade because they do Main Street and Market Square. So I asked them to leave it up. I'm going to see if Chris Schroeder, if you're listening, Chris, if they'll put up that big flag that the fire department hangs.
Oh, yeah.
That would be cool. So hoping it doesn't get rained out that night. But
you always have a bunch of rain dates.
we have 2 rain dates, the next 2 Thursday nights. So we've had to use them on occasion, but hopefully not this year. And then Rotary, we have the big thing coming is the golf tournament in September. I think it's the 25th. And it's for Alex's Lemonade Stand. We've been doing that 6 years. We've given Alex's Lemonade Stand $130,000 over that period of time. So,
and plus, we have cupcakes now, too. This is
Dave Tedeschi's granddaughter, Lena, she makes cupcakes. And,
excellent cupcakes.
oh, they're good. They're
Excellent
good.
cupcakes.
So, she's a
scratch.
cute kid.
Really?
From scratch, yes.
So we have Alex's family. You know, that's another neat thing is to have the family involved with us on that. Her grandfather and uncle and aunt all play in our tournament. And Alex's mom comes to our meeting when we present the check, our sponsor appreciation. So, yeah.
And they do those everywhere now, right? Alex's
they're all
Lemonade
over.
Stand.
Yeah, I think they're national, if not worldwide.
Really?
Yeah.
That is something.
So,
And
and it all started in West Hartford when you think about it.
And God rest her soul. That little girl got that started, and unfortunately, we lost her to the disease.
More passion, more inspiration.
Yeah.
You know.
Unbelievable. Mr. Mayor, we only have a few minutes left. Are the things that we need to be aware of from all? You always have a lot of notes and a lot of things you bring in, so I just want to make sure. Is there anything we haven't covered?
Did you check out the Hartford magazine, Best of Hartford?
What? Yeah, I heard some. Well, you were on the radio this morning with Ray Dunaway. You were talking about that. What was that?
Well, let's see. We had 4 of our restaurants placed in the Best of Hartford. We had Goldberger's, Porta Velarda, Doogie's, the Olympia Diner.
Oh, wow.
All placed in the top 3 in whatever respective category. Plus, catering by Louise Albin of Chez Louise at Indian Hill placed.
Cafe Louise.
Okay.
Top 3. So we can sort of claim her because she's running the restaurant at Indian Hill as well. So I think that's rather
She's been up there a while now. Is it 2 years she's been there?
At least 2 years.
Yeah.
At least 2
And
years.
then-
We had her as a guest, as a matter of
Oh, I
fact.
remember the very beginning. Yeah, yeah.
And she'll be doing the chamber dinner because that's at the Indian Hill.
Yeah.
She gonna roast the
came in October 16.
Okay.
All right.
Because my son Michael got married at Indian Hill in June of 16, and he was one of the last
Was that
functions.
the stag party that we had that was like, whoo? Yeah.
That's the one, yeah.
Polish American Club, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Remember that state card.
But
oh, yeah.
that was one of the last functions that Lessings did. So Louise came in right after that.
Really?
And don't forget, Sunday mornings, if they ever get a decent Sunday morning, Kiwanis Flea Market.
That's right.
Past 2 Sundays, they've been rained out. Hopefully this next one will be the
0
charm.
for 2. 0 for 2.
I
Come
know.
on. Are you kidding me?
That's a shame because they
That's
make
what
so much
happens.
money and give so
Wait a minute,
much
hang on a
money
second.
away from that.
Without Al Cohen.
Al Cohen, would you please make sure we get some sunshine, okay? Al and Myra will take good care of that. Oh my God, that is a great flea market too.
And it's been running more than 25 years. So
Another success story.
You know, we mentioned that May is Stroke Awareness
Yes.
Month, easy
Yeah.
to say. But on May 20th is Strikeout Strokes at the Yard Goats.
Oh.
So they're playing who are they playing? Some crazy team. But I can't think
Probably
of the
a
name of the
baseball team, yes.
But, you know, they've all those minor league teams have such cool names. Oh, it's the Aquin Rubber Ducks or something like that. So versus
Tim
the
Tebow was there
Hartford
tonight,
Yard Goats.
right?
Yeah, today I put in a little request if I could get a little picture taken with them. So I'm waiting to hear if I can do that.
Okay.
Might go up Wednesday to the game. It's a early game on Wednesday, 10:30 in the morning. It's a special for kids and everything. So I'm a big kid. I'm going to go to that. But Hartford Hospital asked me to throw out the first pitch.
Strikeout
on the
stroke?
20th. Yeah.
Cool.
So if anybody wants tickets, you can go to the Hartford Hospital website. There's a link.
Hartford Healthcare or Hartford Hospital?
Either one, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. One probably takes it to the other. But there's a special link, and if you buy the tickets, a portion goes to the Hartford Hospital Stroke Center. And if you have trouble, just send me a text, or not a text, an email to strokeawarenessguy@gmail.com.
All right, Abby, come on. We got to remind people again, you know, it is that time of year. Come on, Ab. You got to make sure you're getting your licenses for your dogs. So Abby has to come up. Abby.
It'll be next month.
Hey,
June.
the star of the show.
All right. Is it next month, right?
June, yes.
June. Abby, she's got her tag here.
And make sure their tick treatments are up to date. This is
We
gonna
just had
be
ticks this weekend, didn't we,
It's going
Ab?
to be a bad summer for ticks.
Were you looking for a tick just then when you said that? She went, looked underneath us. I got a tick back there? Yeah, just remind you, Abby's telling you, don't forget, next month, June, got to get your license.
That's right. Notices will be coming out from the clerk's
Bring your
office.
vaccination, right? Okay.
That's right.
All right, that's why we're here. Product placement, that means we can write tonight off the taxes. Okay, and put there. All right, well, listen, our next Talk to the Mayor show is going to be June 4th. And everybody have a nice Memorial Day. And, of course, all the great things going on around town.
right.
Motorcycle Madness
Yep.
on the
Parade.
17th. Chipotle on the 19th.
Yep.
The parade on the 26th.
6th.
Wow, a lot of stuff going on.
Sunday flea markets if it's sunny.
Let me see if it's for me. Yeah, I can't do that right now. I'll call you back in a little bit. Okay, it's for me. It was Stroke Awareness Month. Strikeout Stroke is, what's the date again?
May 20th.
May 20th. Wow, holy cow, a lot of things going on. Iwo Jima's got the bike ride there. Anything else we're missing
right.
on the 20th?
What did I get? Touch a Truck on June 16th.
Okay. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
All right.
there's a lot
Okay.
happening.
We got to go. I'm
right.
Steve Parker. See you the next time on June 4th. He's Mayor Roy Sartarian.
It
Bob,
was a pleasure.
thank you so much. The Miracle Man himself.
Good seeing you, Bob.
All right.
Not me, it's those doctors, you know?
All right. And I want
Give
to thank
them all
all
the
of our
credit.
volunteers as we roll out here. Ellen Schiller, Robert Blank, Robert J. Blank, John Donahue, Joe Trombetta, and Scott Allo. We couldn't have done anything without you folks. Thanks a lot for watching. Catch you next time on Talk to the Mayor. All right, everybody smile out there. Whoops, I got to hold it this way. There you go. Okay, good.